Good day, everybody. Well, here we are. This is my third year with my Ariens Ikon XD 52-inch. It's a 2021 model. I don't have a lot of miles on it because remember the first year I got this thing, I got only like 10 hours. I didn't even get 10 hours because of all the drought that we had. I bought it in April, and I think I mowed April and May, and then pretty much not much after that. And this last year was a little better, but not much. As you can see, I'm at 34.2 hours. So I still ain't even hit 100 hours on this thing yet. So I bought the Kawasaki Drain hose because I'm not real pleased with the drain plug that's right here. I mean, you have to check that thing all the time. Just make sure it doesn't get loose, keep it clean. And so not a big fan of it, so I'm going to replace it with the hose, making it draining easier. I try to keep this thing pretty well cleaned. So since I only have 34 hours on it, all I'm going to do is change the oil, the filter, put the drain hose on. Plugs are going to be good for 100 hours. I will take out my filter here, and I'm going to blow it out. I got my compressor out, so I'll get this thing blown clean, get it replaced, and then put on the drain hose. And we'll see how easy that is. It's not real easy. I mean, you got to use this thing and it's not much fun. So just getting that on. Once that's on, I think it'll be a whole lot simpler from then on. But I haven't had really any problems with this thing at all. It runs great, starts fantastic. I try to keep everything clean under here after each mow. Don't let grass build up in there. And as you can see, I just mowed yesterday. And it cuts great, it really does. I've been extremely pleased with this mower. I had a Cub Cadet for 11 years. Worked great, other than it didn't mow as well as this. Had a Kawasaki engine in it, so that's kind of what led me to get this one. That's just a really dependable, reliable engine. I just like the construction of this, and the improvements they've done over the last couple of years look great. I mean, they got the integrated headlights now, they've changed the deck. That's a solid deck that's on here. I mean, the only things I had to adjust when I bought this from Lowe's is I had to adjust the handles because they weren't lined up like this. They were like way wonky. One was here, one was there. That was a simple adjustment. And then the pitch on the deck wasn't set. So I just followed what they did at Ariens' website online and raised it up. There's a 1/2 inch difference, and it's not hard to adjust. You just have the adjust points there and get it adjusted after that. This thing's been really fantastic. Like I said, this has been probably my favorite mower I've had. And I had that Cub Cadet. I mean, it was reliable. It just didn't do the job that this one does. So let me get started. We'll get the oil change, put on the hose. I'll show you what it looks like. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them best I can. And let's get going. I figured you didn't need me to be seen blowing this thing out, but you saw how dirty it was. It just had a lot of grass and dust in it. Took a few minutes to get it blown out. Blow that. This is one thing I do like about this is, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a simple design to be able to get this in and out. So not bad at all. I like the way it's done. It's easy to keep clean. Like I said, just loosen this up and this fits right back in there and just sets back in and tighten it back down. I mean, it's just well designed. So there you go. So I got that cleaned out. Next thing I'm going to do is get ready to drain my oil. Not the fastest thing in the world, and I learned last time, and many of you commented, so I appreciate that. Loosen and get that cap off as well when you get ready to drain it, so it'll drain faster. So let me get that going. I'll get this set up, start draining, and we'll get the hose on shortly. So as you can see, I've got the hose hooked up, it's draining. Got this loose, or it'll flow out. And we got it where it's dripping in right down here. So it takes a little bit, not long. So I'm gonna let the oil drain out of it, get this area cleaned up a little bit better. And I'll put on the new drain hose, see what that looks like. Then we'll put on a new filter once that's drained out. That's not too bad. First one was a pain to get off, I guess because it was on there pretty good. Have to just make sure you hand tighten it. I kind of fill mine up before I put mine on. I put the oil in it so it fills up. And that way, I mean, instead of running through your engine, having to fill up through the filter, I do it that way. Just kind of speed it up to see what my oil levels are. So, all right, guys. We'll let this go as soon as the oil drains out. We'll change the filter. And then we'll put on the hose. And then add more oil. Now that I'm getting ready to change the filter, I just add a little bit of oil to this and let it soak in. Doesn't take long. And that's the way I've done it. Other people, you can just put it on dry and run your oil through it. You have to add a little oil later. I still check it anyway, but that's generally what I have to do right there with that. And then I'm getting ready to take off the oil filter right now, the old one. And while that's soaking in, and put on the new one. You always just take a little bit of the oil, go around the seal on it, and then I will put it on over here. And it just goes on, and hand tighten it on. Here's the new one that I'm going to put in. I've got under here for the drips that still are coming, so there's the hose. It's installed. So when you take out the drain plug itself, you're going to loosen that and drain it, but this whole piece has to come out, and this plastic as well, and then that screws in here. I will say this, you need to get a small wrench to be able to reach in there and get it nice, tight, and snug. So, and I've just got it tie wrapped right up here. So when it comes time to drain, I can just pull it down and be able to drain it without having to deal with this anymore. And that's in there nice and tight. So hopefully I won't have any more buildup of oil that you get from here. And like I said, if you're not going to change out and you're going to use the drain plug, just check it periodically every couple of mows, because the vibrations are going to loosen it. So just check it to make sure it's not leaking. Like I said, it's not the greatest, it works. But this will get rid of this nightmare where all you have to do is just drop the hose down to here and be able to drain it and not have to deal with that. So in case you're wondering, it's the Kawasaki Flex Drain hose. I got it at Amazon. I'll put the link in the description so you can find it. So now I'm getting ready to add oil to it, and we'll crank it up. Alrighty, I'm about to add the oil. I usually put in, it takes 2.2 quarts supposedly. I usually, after I fill it up, I'll start checking it. Once I get this in, I don't want to overfill it, so it depends how much oil maybe was left in it. We'll stop here. I always get 3 quarts in case. Like I said, usually after the first mow or two, I'll check it again just to make sure it's not low or some of the oil that maybe what I put in the filter wasn't enough and it needs a little extra. So no big deal. So let's see where we're at right now. And it is real close to the full line. I guess I can go ahead and add the rest of that second quart. Here we go. Like I said, I'll check it after the first mow and see where it's at, maybe the first few mows. Just check your oil periodically. There it goes, started right up. So back it up, let it run for a few minutes. And then I will recheck the oil to see what level I'm at, if I need to add any more. Like I said, this thing starts great, runs great. I've been very, very thrilled with it. All right, let's see where we're at. Wipe it down. Right in there. And we're right on the full. Fantastic. Wasn't too hard. The hardest thing is after you get the little drain part out is getting the little black plastic piece that fits in. You just got to get a little enough wrench to be able to loosen that up, and then putting this back in. You just don't have a lot of room to work right here. That's the only headache. But once this is done, there's my drain, and I've got it tie wrapped. I can undo it, just set it here, and I'll be able to drain it, you know, either there, here, wherever. I just don't have to deal with the limited space right there. And two, I don't like the way it always leaks there, and you always have to tighten it all the time. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll update you, let you know if there's any leaks. Appreciate your time, and hopefully this video helped. If you're interested in Ariens, it's a good mower. Does a nice job. Just in case you're wondering, I keep this thing stored here in our little shed. It kind of protects it from the elements. And then I also have my Cub Cadet cover that I put over it. So it just kind of keeps things protected, keeps it from that. And that's why I try to keep my mower as clean as possible. Like I said, this is his 3rd year, and I'm trying to keep it looking new. Well, here's the Ariens all covered up now with my Cub Cadet cover. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys that are considering maybe getting one of those Kawasaki Drain hose or not. You can kind of see it was a little bit of a headache, but I think it's going to be well worth it, just because I'm tired of having to always clean up and check that thing every couple of mows. If you're interested in anything else Ariens, things that I've done with my mower, I have a playlist set up for my Ariens and Ryobi tools that you can go check out and just see if there's anything of interest that you might be able to help you out, or things that you maybe help me out on. Also, I have things like a dog playlist with my dog, my grandkids' dogs. We have a lot of fun with them. My Mustang and my Bronco cars, I have a playlist set up for them. It's a very eclectic channel. Check it out. Like, subscribe, comment, please. And you guys have a wonderful and blessed day.